Hi, welcome to the After Talk. My name is Simon and I'm here with Arthurs.
What's up, everybody?
And today's guest, Maciej.
Hi there.
Could you briefly introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, sure. Hi, I'm Maciej Misiak. I'm 21. I'm from Poland. I study architecture, and here at VIA, I'm the Erasmus student exchange, and I study ATCM.
That's
Nice.
Architecture and Construction Management, right?
Yes, that's a long word, like long sentence, and I don't remember all of those what all of those letters mean. So yeah, just stick up with architecture.
Understandable.
I think it's our second architecture student here.
Oh,
I think so, yeah.
Julian was the first?
I think so.
I
yeah.
think so as well. I don't know. I lost the count. But
At least one.
Yeah, at least one. Yeah, for sure. So how come you chose Denmark to be your place to stay during your Erasmus Plus?
It was actually quite a process, I would say. I had some like options, quite a lot of places in Europe, and I had like some questions about and like some things that I had to decline. At first, I speak English and I don't speak, let's say, French and German and so on. So I had to decline, like not to go to France or to Germany. Then I've asked my friends and so on, and they told me that in Spain it's very cool because there's a lot of beaches and so it's warm and the water is cool and so on. But the studies in there are said to be in English, but apparently they're all in Spanish, or almost all of them in Spanish, and my Spanish is not very good. So I decided to focus more on Nordic countries. And on the other hand, I don't like the darkness as much and the cold, so I decided to go as south to the Scandinavian countries as possible.
Yeah.
So here I am in Denmark.
How do
What a road, what a road.
how do you like the weather?
Could be better, not gonna lie, could be better. But it's okay. I mean, I thought it will be like -10, -20 or something, but fortunately it isn't like that. So it could be worse.
Yet.
Yeah.
It could be worse.
But you're actually living, right, in January?
Yes, I'm living in January, so I'm here only for half a year. So yeah, I mean, I think I don't know actually, is the January the coldest season, the coldest month in here? But well, I will see, I guess.
Yeah, you will definitely see. How was the half of a year? How was the one semester in like a quick summary?
Oh my God, it was very interesting. It was very different than the things I had in Poland, actually. Like in Poland, the university studies and so on, it's just like in the regular school. You've got subjects and you go on them and you've got different projects, all of the like 10 different projects per semester. And it is very tiring and you've got those very close deadlines, like every week you need to have something done. But in here, it's generally I need to do one project per semester, which is like more comprehensive. Not sure is that a good word, but it combines all of the different classes, all of different teachers and so on. And I find it more like the real life situation, I think, as I'm designing a building. I'm not designing at once some sort of construction, then some installations. I'm doing it all at once for one project. So I find it very nice. And also the thing that we work in groups and we manage our time by ourselves, not by ours, but our teachers or something. So I find it very cool in here.
For sure, yeah. I feel like here you get to actually understand why you learn these different subjects.
Yeah.
Because you get to combine all of them like in the semester project. So that's really cool here. But back in Poland, was it like more theoretical as well, or was it did you have like more, let's say, forget the word, practical stuff? Yeah.
I mean, I can answer. Yeah. In Poland, it's just like because in here of these other letters, this construction part, it's more technical for sure. In Poland, it's more, let's call it like pure architecture. So it's more conceptual. Of course, we've got some stuff with techniques and with constructions, forces, and so on. But in Poland, it's more about the biggest focus is put on the design, on the, let's say, how do the people are functioning in the building and so on. And here in Denmark, it's more about the real buildability of the building. So how is this, like the bricks are layered, and how are the connections between different parts of the building? So that's, I would say, different in that way. So it's also more theoretical. Yeah, I can agree in Poland, because, for example, here in Denmark, I don't have any lectures. In Poland, I've got quite a lot of them, also with some subjects like history of architecture, let's say. It's a very tough subject.
I can imagine.
Yeah, we've got 6 semesters of that, and after each of semester, we've got an exam, and that exam is just like, it can like half a year passes this exam in the first term, so it's a very, very difficult one, and everybody is getting scared about this.
Yeah.
But yeah, so here is more practical, I would say.
Okay, cool. So you as an architect, let's say you design a building. Now, what's the dream city that the building should be in?
Oh my God, tough question. I mean, maybe I won't answer your question directly, because I just find that any place can be interesting, but in my opinion, you should try to adjust the building to the surroundings, to find this context that is around, and try, of course, not to copy, to mimic anything, but try to just do something that has some connection with the surroundings. And it might be some city, let's say. New Zealand is a very interesting place. I would love to do something in New Zealand, but as well as New York, or like some other European cities like Paris or Prague or Warsaw even. And the thing is just I find this like that would be some interesting challenges for me to create those things in different places. So I could actually, let's say, I don't know, develop myself, get to know more about those different cultures, different cities. So yeah, I didn't answer your question, but yeah, something like that.
That's a good answer. Very good answer.
I think it's a very, very smart answer as well.
So what do you think about architecture here in Horsens?
Like the buildings in here?
Yeah, buildings.
Oh my God. I mean, the thing is, I find this almost everywhere in Denmark. They are building everything, they covering in bricks, almost everything. That was actually my first impression. What's funny, it wasn't even my impression. I came here to Denmark in late August, and I came with my dad and my sister. They helped me moving in. And we went with a car, we went to Horsens, and the first thing that my sister noticed, oh, look, Maciej, everything in here is made out of bricks. And I was, damn, you're right, actually. And I started to count the buildings that were not made actually out of bricks. And actually it was less than a 10. Of course, as now I'm just like, going on some streets and so on, I can find some more. But still, it's just like, it's so different than the things I've seen, not only in Poland, but in different countries. Here in Denmark, you usually cover your buildings because they are not made out of bricks. They are made out of concrete. But you cover all of the buildings with bricks. And I find this like a little bit... I mean, this is their specific, so I cannot say that it's boring. But they could have made it a little bit more interesting, I would say.
Well, I actually didn't notice that they covered the houses in the bricks. Wow, it's interesting.
You're welcome,
Yeah, thanks.
Now I'm starting thinking I will
use this against them one day.
So if you're in business, you can sell bricks here and then do well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting idea. Look, you don't even have to take the student incubator stuff for getting a business idea. You can come to our podcast and you can have an idea.
So selling bricks.
Now, as an architect, would you like to design your own house in the future, or would you just let somebody else do it?
For sure, I would like to have some part in the process of designing. I'm not sure would I like to design it by my own completely. Perhaps I would maybe consult with some people, and for sure that the person that would design my house, help me with designing my house, would need to be a person that knows me very well, I would say. because the thing is to make a building, make a house that serves its functions and the best way that is possible for the inhabitants. So for sure, I would like to have some part in the process of designing. So I could tell what are my needs, what the needs are. But I think that some people might have some interesting ideas I'm not thinking about. So it's just like this more teamwork would be interesting, I would say.
Cool, nice.
So, what is your preferred house type? Like multi-story, or like you like one-story houses, like common in Denmark?
But you mean for me to design, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or yeah, design first.
Okay. It depends. I mean, mostly I would say like not the houses for let's say for living, but I would say some facilities like restaurants or like offices. I would love to design some at some point in my life some skyscrapers, and also not only like buildings. This is what I am lacking here a little bit in Denmark. In Poland, we've got a little bit more of urbanism, which is like a study more about how does the city work. And so I would also like to design a little bit more in that field, maybe not like in the scale of the whole city, but let's say in the scale of neighborhood. So maybe to design, let's say, some complex of buildings that are not even connected to each other, but they are in a proximity, so they have some influence on each other. So yeah, maybe in such a way. So rather not like the houses or like multi-story buildings for inhabitants. This is like the thing that is mostly designed and you get the most money out of it. But the things that are more interesting are the ones with the more specific functions, museums, for example. Yeah.
What do you think about the design of the new VIA campus inside?
Yeah, it's very cool. I like the usage of those curves as you've got in the atrium. You've got those curved balconies and this feeling, I would say, that the campus at all, the building, it's quite huge, but you all feel like connected to each other, I would say, because of those different shared space and those I would call them like, let's say, squares for each of every part of the building, ABC. Also this main atrium and those different corridors that are all opened, or at least most of them, so you can see what's going on in different parts. So I like it very much, even though it's made out of bricks. But yeah, it's a very, very nice piece of architecture, I'd say.
Is it actually made out of bricks, or is it covered in bricks?
Not at all. It's concrete, then insulation, and then bricks on top.
Okay, so
yeah. So
they are still hiding something. Yes. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I mean, it would be impossible to build such a big tower. I mean, would be, but yeah, nobody does it to build out of the bricks. Yeah, often it's just in here. I think those are like real bricks, but quite often it's just like the only very small tiles that resemble the bricks. So you don't even know that it's not a real brick. So yeah. Fun fact.
Fun fact, whatever. Do you prefer, like in a building, do you prefer more like open spaces or like closed rooms?
Open spaces, but not like the big halls, but the ones that are more interesting, that they are not straight open, but they have some things a little bit covered, so you need to go inside and have a different view then on that. But generally I like the bigger spaces, I would say, because they might have more interesting things inside of them.
Now the thing that interests me, do you as an architect, when you are designing something, let's say, I don't know, you've talked about the urbanization as well, like let's say the whole city or even just one building, do you like consider in your work implementing like plants or trees or green stuff and stuff?
Of course, yeah, that's actually quite an important part.
And nowadays, definitely.
Yeah, nowadays, it's very, very important. Actually, that's funny that you've mentioned it. I had to write some paper for my exam that I had last week. And it was about the title was the usage of greenery on facades and rooftops of the buildings. So yeah, I'm pretty familiar with this subject, and yeah, it's very crucial, I would say. And quite a lot of things I've learned preparing for this paper, that the greenery in the cities, the plants are absorbing the temperature, so they're making the cities cooler, as they're right now known as the heat islands. And also they are reducing the level of pollution. They are increasing the moisture. Generally, they're cool. Yeah. So it's good
cool.
So it's good to implement the plants in the cities, and it's very nice thing. And I think that a lot of new buildings even are lacking with this green part, this green aspect of the architecture, which for sure I would like to at least implement in my own works. Yeah. So
now, if as you said, the plants are taking the temperature,
reducing.
Yeah. Is it the same if I have a plant in my room? Is she stealing the warmth from me right now? Because is she taking the money?
I mean, if it would cover all of your wall, then maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
But rather like the pot on your window or something, it's a cool addition. It can help you, like, I don't know, feel better in the room, but it won't, for example, produce as much oxygen to help you, or like won't reduce the temperature so much. It would need to be on a much larger scale.
So if you want to have more oxygen in your room, you should have your whole wall covered.
Yes, green. But I'm not sure. Should I recommend such?
Probably not. I don't know.
I mean, would be interesting. You know, I mean, you might have spent fortune on watering that plants and so on. But yeah, would be interesting. Not gonna lie, I would love to see that.
So, what do you think about the trees in Via?
Trees in Via?
Yeah, inside.
Yeah, those small trees. Yeah, those are actually cool. Yeah.
Are they real?
Yeah, they are real. Yeah, they are real.
One of the trees is actually dying. From the above, you can see in C block.
Poor guy.
Turning yellow on the top.
Oh no. Or maybe it's just because it thinks that it's autumn or something. I mean, it's December, so it's quite a good time for the leaves to fall. But yeah, they are very nice, I would say. Those green circles, as they are at least in my building, in B building. So yeah, this is a nice thing, but it wonders me, and I've been talking with my friends, what will happen in, let's say, next 20 years as the trees will grow and so on, and it will be gigantic. And it's okay, like with the canopy, it's okay, there is some space, okay, but the roots are usually the same as big as the canopies, and I don't think there's so much space in the ground for them to grow. So that might be actually a problem, and I'm a little bit curious what is the solution. So yeah,
I think it's gonna be like
just
bonsai.
change them every year and it's gonna be fine.
I think it's like bonsai. It just doesn't grow that much anymore.
Maybe. I think like some special species. For example, the apple trees are not so big. So maybe. Yeah, would be nice to have an apple tree here at Via.
Yeah, oh my god, I would like that so much.
Simon would take all of the apples.
Yeah, oh my god, I would eat it all the time.
Yeah.
Now a little bit about your home country.
Yeah.
You are the first Polish person at our show, at least I hope so. I'm not sure right now, but yeah, I would say you are. So let's talk about Poland a bit.
Okay.
What does it feel to be a Polish?
Polish. Oh my god, it's hard to describe. Like, it's a tough question.
How does it feel? Do you know?
I mean, yeah, it's okay. Yeah. Oh yeah,
that's the best reaction.
Yeah,
it's okay.
I mean, how does it feel to be Polish? It's okay, I would say. I mean, we had, let's say, a tough history of Poland, and yeah, it's very like hard to describe in one sentence, and not to go in some history stuff and so on. So yeah.
Okay. So what is the stuff that what's the thing that you like most about Poland for you?
the things that I like in Poland. I think the people are very nice, even though they might seem to be sometimes unfriendly or like a little bit only for themselves. But actually, they are, if you will try to a little bit know them more, they're very helpful to anybody in need. Also, the thing I miss actually very much here in Denmark is the cuisine. Like, I think it's not a very surprise. Sorry for the Danish listeners or something. The Danish cuisine is not a very good one. So I miss Polish cuisine very much, and so on.
What's the one meal that you miss the most?
Oh my God. Maybe. I was thinking today about some how to call it, like in a nice way. It's a liver. It's a liver fried on a pan with the onions.
Yes.
So I miss that, for example. But like some duck or like duck is actually like the traditional meal.
Oh, you can actually get a duck here.
But it's not a perfect duck.
It's
not the same. In Poland. It's served, at least in my region. It's served with some steamed buns, the yeast dough, and with some beetroots. So I miss that very much. Or like the famous pierogi.
Yes, pierogi.
They're very good, and we've got like many different types of those. Yeah, I miss especially the ones with meat, I guess. Yeah, those are very cool.
You eat the pierogi for Christmas as well, right?
Yes, we do. We eat the ones, couple of different types actually. We've got those regular ones with cabbage, but not the regular one. This sauerkraut. I think it's in English. And with mushrooms together, blended, and then to put inside in the pierogi, in the dumplings. But also we've got like for the Christmas we've got 12 dishes. That's a lot. 12 for the Christmas Eve dinner.
We get one.
So you don't starve in Poland, I guess.
Yeah. That's the thing. Yeah, we've got 12 dishes, and we start with a soup. It depends on the home what kind of soup you eat. Mostly it's beetroot soup, borscht.
Borscht. Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't
I don't like this one. No.
So we eat the soup, no matter which one, with some very small pierogi, which is called uszka, which means little ears. Very appetizing name. Yeah,
Yummy.
I know. Yummy, but it's very small ones with the mushrooms and a lot of black pepper inside. So they are very spicy, and they are very good adding to the soup. So different kinds of pierogi. Also the ones that are called ruskie, which is, it might seem that those are Russian, but those are actually like Ukrainians or something. And those are with potatoes, with cottage cheese, and with onions blend together and put inside. And those are also quite nice. So I mean, we've got like, I could count like 20 different types of pierogi, and that's not even all of them. So yeah.
So if you are going to Poland, get pierogi.
For sure, yeah. Pierogi, kiełbasa, kotlet schabowy. It's a kind of kotlet schabowy. It's a kind of Wiener Schnitzel.
Yeah.
Kiełbasa, sausage. We've got also a lot of different types of sausages. So yeah, Polish cuisine is a good one.
Are you coming home for Christmas?
Yes, I am. I am.
Lucky you.
So yeah, lucky me. I can't wait for all of those 12 dishes.
Cool. Now we know what's the thing that you like the most about Poland. Now, what's the thing that you hate the most about Poland?
Oh my God. The thing that it will be like a very tough subject, I would say. That the thing that we as a society are deeply divided, and this division is like, I would say, for 150 years, I would say. Short story about like Poland. Poland was like partitioned between three countries: Russia, Germany, and Austria, and we got independence back after First World War. And those differences are still a little bit visible. And it comes for everything basically in Poland. Some dialects, also the point of view on some different cases, and the elections and so on. And the thing in Poland is that we are all very divided, and there were some tries to blend those differences to make us all one, but unfortunately they didn't make up. And yeah, there's a very big tension in Poland, I would say, between different parts. So that's the thing I don't like the most, I would say.
Yeah. How is the abortion thing in Poland going right now?
Another tough
another tough topic.
That's actually one of the things that are not very good in Poland. Poland has one of the most harsh laws about abortion. The abortion is only possible in the threat of the life of the mother, or if it comes from the rape, I guess.
Yeah.
And only those.
Is it if it comes from a rape? I'm not sure right now because
yes, it is. Even though it's just like you need to prove it. So,
okay.
So yeah, that's
it might be hard to prove it. So.
Yeah, that's the thing. But on the many different situations, you might probably asking about that because there were some news covered protests in Poland a year ago about the abortion, because they changed the law that now it's impossible to get an abortion if the fetus is damaged or something. Yeah. So there were some very big protests in the autumn last year. I would say hundreds of thousands of people, including me. We've been on the streets protesting. So yeah, I mean, the thing is that we've got actually quite a big tradition of protesting against anything. So yeah, we are like trying to protest, but unfortunately this time it didn't change as much. The thing that would change would be the elections, but yeah, we're just the thing with the abortion is not very good. So we're trying to find a help abroad if there is a need.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about alcohol.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. Yeah, main point in the Polish conversation, of course.
So, if I go to Poland or I go out with Polish people, what will I drink?
Oh my God.
Alcohol?
Are there like 12 different drinks? You know?
It depends. I mean, if we'll go with like with our age person, you'll mostly drink some sort of a vodka.
Oh yes, Polish vodka.
Fruit vodka, which is very, very good as well.
And very dangerous.
Fruit vodka is a dangerous one because you don't rather feel alcohol. And you can drink it as a juice, but it acts as a vodka, regular one. So yeah, you need to pay attention for that and be careful, even though it's like comes in 10 different varieties of different foods. So yeah, this is actually one of the very good ones. Also, if you would, for example, come to some family or something, you would get also, it's a little bit a kind of a fruit vodka, but it's not entirely one. Like the regular vodka, fruit vodkas made in factories are just vodkas with juice. Although like the ones homemade is that you put the real fruits, you cover them in the spirit, like 95%. You leave it in a jar for like 3 or 6 months. And then you filter it and add some water to make it a little bit weaker. And then you've got this very good thing that is called nalewka. And you don't even have to put like fruits. You can put some spices, and it's often used even as a medicine for stomach things or something. So that's very good thing. And sometimes you might get it, as you're a guest in Poland, in some Polish families, you might get it as, let's say, a dessert, a small glass of this, let's say, raspberry or strawberry nalewka. So yeah, that's a good thing.
Cool. So what's your favorite flavor?
Raspberry one.
Okay, I'm getting raspberry when I'm in Poland, definitely.
Yeah.
What about beer? How is it in beer in Poland?
We drink quite a lot of beer, I would say. We've got some Polish beers. You're nodding that. Yeah, you agree. There are some Polish beers. There are better ones. There are not so good ones. The ones that are like more meme ones. Yeah, we've got a lot of memes with beer as well. But basically, We rather drink our like own Polish types of beers, so like Żywiec, Tyskie, or Żubr. There's some more the student ones. Those are like as cheap as water. So yeah, as Harnaś, for example. But you wouldn't rather drink it for a taste.
Okay.
So yeah, just pay attention if something costs like the same amount as the water. If you're trying to drink something a little bit better, I'm not recommending that to you.
Now, there is an interesting fact in my country, in Czech Republic. If you go to a restaurant and you want to buy a beer, it's actually cheaper than the water.
Wow.
And the beer is the best one.
Yeah.
So what do you think about Danish beer being here?
Yeah, I've tried some of those. I'm not a very big fan of Tuborg. I mean, I'm a fan of price of Tuborg.
Who isn't?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm not.
so...
It's still too expensive.
It's still too expensive?
Yes, you have to buy the 2 Danish krona beers.
Yeah.
It's called like Pilsner or something like this. And it's the best beer you can find here. Like it tastes the best and it costs like 2 Danish krona. But if you tell this to like a Danish person, he will tell you that you are drinking like a bullshit. It's not good. It's not tasting good. But for me, it's the best taste you.
Okay. Shame that I know this as I'm here only for 2 months or something. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I drink, like I still haven't found any beer here in Denmark that would be like perfect for me. I've tried those holiday ones, those Christmas ones. Those were actually funny. I took like 3 different cans at once. I just wanted to make some proper testing. One of them was actually quite good. I think it was Carlsberg. Then Tuborg was with the I missed the word. This black strange candy licorice that I hate. Exactly. So I hate the beer as well. And the third one was actually strange. At home, I've noticed it's only like 1.7% of alcohol. And it said that it's like with a ton of sugar. And also, as I tried it, it was really disgusting. It's as you would mix the gingerbread with some sugar and then cover it with water overnight.
It tastes like caramel. Or not?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, so that's
bad.
a different one. That's a different one.
And then as you would take this water out and you would just drink this water and it was very disgusting, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
Sounds disgusting.
Yeah, so I prefer here to drink like some German beers, I would say, some Bavarian ones, the Weizens and so on. So yeah, I'm more a fan of those.
Okay, thank you so much for coming on our show. And Arthurs has a last question for you.
Oh, yeah.
As always, yeah. So you're an architecture student?
Yes, I am.
And with some more letters. What would be your life lesson or a tip you would give the listeners?
Oh my God. Maybe to like be honest with yourself, maybe, and try to fulfill your expectations, not like anybody else at first. Of course, it's good if you can do it both at the same time, but you should just focus to do the things that you think you're doing right and not to please somebody else.
Great. Thank you very much and catch you in the next one.
See ya.
See ya.